Hello and welcome to Unprofessional Engineering. My name is James.
And you got Luke.
Luke, we're doing a special holiday episode looking at the 2018 holiday tech toys. And maybe not so much toys. I feel like toys for kids of all ages, small and old, my age, your age, every age.
Wow, that was a pretty... I was going to say something to waste your money on.
Also true.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what all of this is.
Yeah, it's all a waste
of
money.
But that's what life's all about.
I felt like a Grinch there. I take that back. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be Grinchy.
You know, let's get you into the holiday spirit by talking about some of the top tech kids toys out there. What do you think?
Start with kids?
Yeah,
okay.
I think
Cool.
so. All right, so the first one that I have is the Super Spirograph. And I brought this one up because we talked about
the Super?
Yeah.
I know what a Spirograph is.
Yeah, it was in one of our
Super?
top toys for engineering episodes. So if you haven't seen that one, it's a really good one.
Okay.
Comes with twice as many gears as the original Spirograph. It includes a gold-colored metal 50th anniversary commemorative Spirograph gear.
I think I would like that.
What? You might. And it comes with unique arcs that you can snap together to make cool new curves for you to...
That's pretty cool. Did you
doodle
like
with.
Spirograph? Did you play with it as a kid?
I did it, but I mean, after like one or two, it's like, all right, I get it. You made me some circles. So I wasn't really that into it.
See, what I would do the Spirograph, and then, you know that crazy art they do now where you basically, color? So I would do a Spirograph, and then I would take...
color inside
and then I would color inside the lines and do a really cool colored
that's neat,
Spirograph,
yeah.
Filled in. That's what I would do to make it different.
Yeah, but back in your day, you had like a Spirograph and a stick, and that was all the toys they had
We did.
out back then.
Yeah, and we drew with big blocks of coal.
Yeah. You're old. That's what I was getting at. On Amazon Prime, of course. Get it in 2 days for just $33.90.
Not
like
too
a
shabby.
deal. What do you got?
So I got Fingerlings, interactive baby unicorns.
Did you even look at anything, or did you just find the first toy you could come up with?
No. So I did the whole, we both did the same thing. We Googled top gifts for 2018, and this thing was the top of multiple lists for kids. So this is obviously for young kids. But if you remember back in the day, they had those little eggs that you had to feed, and you had to do things with them, and they were really cheesy.
Yeah.
This is basically that, but it's this little unicorn, and they got different animals. You can put it on your finger.
They have a raptor or a T-Rex or
and you
something.
and basically you take care of it. It has all kinds of smart commands that it does, and it is technology. There's a little processor in there that's letting it speak and do all the different things and react to how you do it.
Tearing one apart would be interesting.
Yeah, I think it would be.
Yeah.
We should do a tear apart episode.
That's a good
someday.
idea.
Yeah, I think that would be fun.
Maybe a YouTube exclusive.
Yeah, so I don't know the price. I'm sure it's overpriced, but I'm sure that people are literally going to be mauling each other at Toys R Us isn't around anymore.
No. Jeffrey's Toy Box, they're rebranding.
Nice.
But I think they're pop-up stores.
Yeah, I feel like people are going to be murdering each other for
yeah.
these things for their little kids.
We don't condone murder. Okay, my next one is the Lego Make Your Own Movie Kit.
Ooh.
Stop motion animation is easy and accessible with a free app on your phone. So if you have a smartphone, I'm guessing iOS or Android, you can probably get it. It's probably not as cool as I think it is, but you basically make your own movies with this. So it can take as little as an hour. It's only $20 on Amazon Prime. Get it in 2 days. I'm really pushing for a sponsorship here, apparently.
I feel like we're on QVC.
Yeah, but it's really cool. It comes with a kit where you have that big, remember the big green base plate that it always came with? It's one of those, and then you have little figures with you just move them along and you use the app to capture your whole movie.
Neat.
I think it would be cool. And then if you have a bunch of Legos of your own, you could make way more detailed, intricate stuff.
I like that.
So it just continues to grow. So maybe not super technical, but it turns out once you're an engineer, they tell you you're no good at it anyways, and you don't do engineering. So...
You do marketing.
Exactly. What else do you got for me?
So I got the bit coding robot, and there's a ton of these out there.
Are you talking about the Ozobot, or do you have a different one?
No, mine is actually called the bit coding robot.
Oh, okay.
So they come in all different shapes and sizes. This was just the one that I happened to pick because it was one of the more pocket-friendly. Because not only is it pocket-sized, but it's also one of the least expensive. So it's a super small robotic ball kind of device that... This is really great for getting kids into STEAM or STEM, whatever acronym you want to use, and it allows you to do coding to get these little robots to do different things. So it can go left, go right. It can turn lights on. It can follow you. You can do all kinds of crazy stuff. And I think anything that gets boys and girls into learning engineering at a young age, I think that's going to be a good thing because I think we need another crop of young engineers to start learning this stuff now.
Absolutely.
Like
I'm going to retire eventually.
Yeah, we had all the old stuff. Like you and I would use like Lincoln Logs and all the stuff. It's not cool
Lincoln
anymore.
Logs.
But
yeah.
I think something like this is a good one. And I don't recall the exact price. I think it was like $24.99, somewhere in that range. So it was one of the cheaper of the robots.
See, I thought we had the same one. I have the Ozobot bit coating robot on my list, which is similar to what you're saying.
But it's more expensive.
You can do start coating, and you can also use marker for it to follow the marker and do the coding. You can advance online with a programming editor, drag and drop to create custom code for it. It's really cool. Optical sensors, LED lights, so on and so forth. An online activity library to keep your Rugrats busy all the time and learning.
Oh, Rugrats, look at you.
And just $59.95, unless you want to upgrade to the Ozobot Evo Classroom Kit. Maybe you're a teacher to keep the whole enrichment school running.
How cool would that be?
Only $1,600 on Prime.
Imagine if like a PTA all pitched in and did that for a class. That'd be nice.
I think that would be really cool. I bet this would be a great way to get STEM and STEAM into the classroom. Yeah. They could probably just have us show up as well and teach kids.
We could.
Okay, so my next one was the Nerf and Strike Mega Series Roto Fury Blaster.
Wow, that sounds dangerous.
Like back in my day, we had Nerf footballs, so that was something. It's really come a long way.
In the Nerf guns you had, they would go out of the barrel and like fall immediately.
4 feet later, yeah.
Like, I got you.
Yeah, those were the worst. But these we talked about this in another episode. These have come a long way.
Yeah, they hurt.
Yeah, so it fires darts up to 90 feet, which is crazy. You're going to lose an eye, kid. Includes 10 mega whistler darts. Doesn't seem like a lot. You probably can get more. Rotating drum so that you can fire all 10 darts without reloading. Slam action fire, and they whistle as they go through the air. This sucker's $50 for a Nerf gun.
That's crazy. So
did you see the one the guy took the one that shoots the balls? What's his name?
Adam Savage,
the Mythbuster guy. Yeah. And just like souped it up big time.
Yeah, and it could shoot like 1,000 at one time.
Yeah.
My daughter and I have a set of Nerf. They hold 3, and every now and then we'll find them, load them up, and we'll just walk like a foot behind each other and shoot each other like right in the back.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, my next is and I don't know if this is for kids or for adults. I mean, this was on a kids list, but if you're buying your kid something for almost $1,500,
I don't agree.
So this is the DJI Mavic 2 Pro quadcopter drone, and drones are all the rage. This one, I picked this one in particular because number one, this one is super collapsible. You got that really big white one that you've seen that has the big legs, and it has a little gimbal on it for the camera. That one, you need a big box to carry this. This thing, it totally collapses and folds up into the size of like an old school big phone, and can fit in your backpack, and it does 4K video and amazing. I don't know if it's a kid's gift, but I feel like it's one of those things that if it broke, like I had a drone a couple years ago for my daughter, and it went up about 4 feet and smashed into the wall about 30 seconds. I'd be so mad.
I have drones on my list as well, and I was fighting if I should put them in the worst list or actually good gift list because of what you said. If you've had one, it means you've wrecked one.
Yeah.
So maybe don't get the really expensive one, or you can be like, so you could get the Holy Stone is one that I found for $109, which seemed pretty good. It had a camera, 720p, or you can get maybe the DJI Phantom 4, which is about $899, or the sweet one that you're talking about for $1,500 smackers.
Now, I feel like you don't just buy your kid a drone or yourself. I think you have to have some kind of hobby. So like if you're a YouTuber and you love doing aerial, videos, or if you're a photographer, or you don't just buy a drone to fly it because it kind of gets boring after a while. I think it's one of those things where you use it a couple times after Christmas. So I think you need to have like an existing hobby or a plan to use it. Don't just buy a drone. It's a lot of money. And there's no insurance on those things. I always thought you could like get like wreckage insurance from like whoever it is, pay like an extra $30, but no, they don't.
My buddy Clark, longtime listener of the show, he built his own drone from parts he ordered.
He would have.
Yeah, he's that guy. Put it together. Him and his buddy Willie took it out to a big field to fly it.
I feel like this is going to end bad.
Clark flew it around for like 10 minutes, put in the new battery, and his friend flew it straight into a tree and it got stuck up there. And as far as I know, it's still stuck up there. So if you guys know this field in Washington,
That's
PA,
awesome.
I think, go find it. So my next one, this is a super easy one, so I'm going to do 2, is the Crayola Air Dry Clay. So it's just like modeling clay. So if you're an industrial designer kind of kid, or you just sculpt up that clay.
I love you went with a low-tech toy. Like
I
this
like
is just like something more creative.
The price is only $9 on Prime, so that's pretty good. You can do all the normal things like pinch and coil and slab, score and weld it. It's amazing. And then you just let it sit there and it dries. You don't need to bake it. No kiln necessary. I mean, I couldn't do this because I have no artistic bones in this body, but some kids can. I think it would be cool. It's better than that chalk on the sidewalk. Hate that stuff.
I like that.
Ugh. Okay, and my next one is I love this one. The Lego Boost Creative Toolbox. It's a robot building set and educational coding thing. So back to the whole coding stuff going on. But this one I just feel is so much better because it's Lego, right?
Yeah.
It introduces kids to a creative way to code, and it's decided to be one of the best STEM or the best STEM toy for fostering curiosity. It includes 847 Lego pieces that you can build into 5 different multifunctional models. And so each of them can then work as a robot. Great for kids 7 to 12 years old, or for James, because that would be pretty cool.
For a low price of?
Only $159.95.
Bad.
Yeah. And you just need to have iOS, Android, Kindle, Windows 10 device for it to work with. You can construct and code Vernie the robot to dance and rock on his Guitar 4000. Foster Frankie the cat if you're more of a, animal lover. You can make the auto builder. And you can do all sorts of other stuff like the MTR4, the multi-tooled Rover 4 that can drive around. I think this is a great setup. I bet this would be really cool.
That's a decent price, too.
Yeah, it's a lot, but, decent price.
So I'm going to squeeze my last 2 in the kids category that I have.
Yep.
So my daughter's a huge Harry Potter fan. And the first one is a Lego kit. This is the Lego Harry Potter Hogwarts Great Hall Building Kit. It's $100. It's somewhere in the neighborhood of 850 components. And she loves Legos. She's kind of gone away from Legos a little bit, but I think she likes something like Harry Potter so much, even though she's a little bit older now. I think that she might like Legos that are Harry Potter related.
I like that.
And then on the Harry Potter, and the crazy thing is, dude, you realize Harry Potter's like 20 years old?
Yeah.
That's amazing to me that it's as popular still now as it was then, which is crazy.
I love Harry Potter weekends.
So this is the Harry Potter coding kit. So basically, this is like a magic wand. So if you look at that, it's made. It's called Kano. Kano. You're our lexicon. It's $100, and it allows them to build the wand and program this wand to respond to different movements that they do with a wand. So casting their imaginary spells and that sort of thing. So if you have any kids that love coding, they're a little bit older, they love Harry Potter, I think this would be kind of cool. And then obviously the Legos are always a good thing.
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa. No? Okay. I'm going to throw a couple things out there. VR, AR for kids, basically $20, $30 things they strap on their face, put your phone in, and they can do all sorts of cool learning that way. And I had a couple worsts that I wanted to give a shout out for.
Okay.
Aaron's Crazy Thinking Putty, Super Illusions, Super Scarab. Never dries out. Cool new colors are incredible. They're the best in direct sunlight, but inside they're okay as well. They're really good if you use them and stretch them in your hands. It's silly putty, and it's like $13.
Oh,
it's
goodness.
absurd. And then Hatchimals or LOLs. Hatchimals are such a scam. It's these stupid like little egg shells that you warm up, and then you hatch these stupid little plastic things. And they're the worst.
I think we should basically just like throw those in a landfill.
And they'll never go away. They'll be there in 5,000 years when aliens come and find us. All right, before I get any more angry about these things, let's take a break.
We were really ranting there for a while.
Yeah,
this is turning more into a rant.
Dang kids. Let's take a break for a word from our sponsor.
It's got to be Amazon.
Amazon Prime is supporting this episode. Not really. But we do have shout-outs. Harold T. from Norway is building us up a listenership there at the Norwegian University of Science and Technology.
Good old Harold.
Jacob L. is back from his sea harvesting oil trip in Scotland, and he was glad to hear we did an oil and gas episode. Check that one out if you haven't already.
Wow.
And he got his stickers there at his desk now.
Nice.
So he's representing. Jake E. suggests we do an episode all about energy storage. He said we touched on it on some of our green energy kind of things, but yeah, different ways to do that.
We could add mushrooms to the list.
Mushrooms clearly are on the list now. And, well, they're producing. They might not be storing.
Different episode.
Zach S. has been following us on Instagram and is going to share us with his followers moving forward.
Thank you,
because he said we do a good job in the whole changing the world STEAM STEM kind of thing.
Nice.
So I appreciated that.
That's awesome.
If any of you want a shout out, email us at unprofessionalengineering@gmail.com.
Make sure you subscribe.
What if they subscribe?
If they subscribe, you get the sweetest stickers. We got this new one. It's a walrus.
Yeah.
And everybody loves the walrus. I have to admit.
Love the walrus.
Yeah. So we were at Autodesk University a week or so ago, and like literally people were chasing us for the walrus.
Yeah.
Great sticker.
It was great. All right. Also, write us a review and subscribe. Did we say that?
We did.
All right. Do those things extra. Do it twice on your kid's iPad, too. All right. Let's move on away from the kiddos and talk more about what we would actually want. Stuff for the home, stuff for the...
Okay.
Let's just lump them all together.
Let's lump them
Where do you want to go?
So you're killing my research, but that's all right.
Well, if you would have done it the same way I did,
so let's go with pets, because we just had to kick my dog out of my office because she was snoring during the recording. So this is the Ferb Oy5 Dog Cam for only $199. And I've seen these before, but this one seems a little easier to set up and easier to configure. It's Wi-Fi, it's wireless. You just put this wherever. So basically, it's this Wi-Fi device. You load it up with a bunch of treats. There's a camera on it. There's a microphone and speaker on it. So you can actually, on your iPhone, you're at the office. You want to check on Fido, see what's happening. You turn it on and say, "Hey, Fido, come over here." The dog comes running over. Boom, you hit the treat thing. Treat flies in its mouth, and your dog's entertained all day long.
For those of you who aren't with your jerk dogs the whole day, like us.
My dog is a jerk. All she does is snore when we try to record.
My cat jumped behind the couch to the Christmas tree that's all gated off, ate it, and puked everywhere last night. So, yeah.
Cats are the worst.
They really are the worst.
There goes our cat following.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I had the Ferb as well on my list because I think that's very cool, and I like pampering my puppies. I also had on Amazon Prime on sale were a giant box of greenies. I know that's not tech, but they love those things, and then their breath don't smell.
Yeah.
Don't smell? Doesn't smell.
Doesn't.
Thanks. What else? Do you have anything else for pets?
I only did one for pets.
Okay, good. Yeah, they don't need much. They don't know about Santa anyways. Yeah. Santa paws.
There you go.
I'm so clever. Okay, moving on. What do you got next?
So I got like two that I'm gonna lump together. And this is for the home. And I have
some home stuff we can talk about.
I have this thing about vacuuming. And
you like doing it?
I love vacuuming. I do, but I have this big, huge Dyson. It weighs 7,000 pounds, and it's just a huge pain in the butt. So the two that I'm mentioning, the first one is the Irobot Roomba 980 vacuum cleaning robot. So
I saw this one.
This is pretty cool because this one apparently can go over higher thresholds. You can program it. It doesn't fall off of cliffs. It empties itself.
It doesn't fall off of cliffs.
It can run for upwards of, I think, like 45 minutes. It goes and it knows that it's going to run out of a charge and goes and charges itself.
That's
so it doesn't end up in the middle of the room. But the only thing I like this because, if I don't have time to vacuum, it can do it for me and I can do other things. But I like the vacuum, and I feel like there's just certain things that this thing can't get. I've never seen one of these actually
How could
running.
it possibly get into those tight spaces,
I can't imagine
right?
It could. So
yeah. I agree. I love it, though.
I do, too. But they're really expensive.
And it would scare my dogs.
Yeah, the cat would probably love it. Did you ever see anything where the cat sits on it, has like a shark outfit?
Yeah.
And then the next one, this is another. So I have a Dyson, stupid expensive, but this one is the Dyson Cyclone V10 cordless vacuum. This is their highest end cordless vacuum. This thing is $515, and the cool thing is it's cordless. But the problem is whenever they make these vacuums super small, the problem is you got to empty these things. And you and I both have dogs, and I don't know how much your dogs shed, but a big vacuum, I vacuum for like 8-10 minutes, and I have to empty the dust cup. So if this was this cordless thing, I would literally be emptying it like every minute. So I like it. It can run 60 minutes on a single charge. I like that it's cordless. It can go in my car and has smaller attachments. But, I mean, $500 for a vacuum?
Two things about that.
Please.
I don't usually say no to my wife very often, but she wanted a Dyson, and I was like, it's not going to happen. And we eventually realized that I'm the one who does all the vacuuming, so it only makes sense that if I'm okay with what we have, then it's fine. Next, if you haven't checked out our episode on James Dyson, check it out. It's actually interesting, which I did not think would be the case.
Yeah, it was a good episode. So, yeah, I have a hard time with that one. But if you got the monies and, yeah.
I have a couple house things as well.
Shoot.
Nest Security Cam. It works with Alexa for voice control. You get alerts through your Nest app whenever the camera detects movement or activity. And the coolest part is that you can tell the difference between, like, say, like a hand waving somewhere or like a kid stealing something from the cookie jar, as they put it, to a person entering a room. So you know just how broken in your house is getting.
I think when you said Alexa, it turned on my Alexa down in my living room. I heard it beep.
That's pretty cool. Nest Cam Indoor has a built-in speaker and mic, so you can hear what's happening, or you can tell the dog to get off the couch.
Oh.
And it also, Troy had, I think he has this or something like it. The dog came to his door, and he was like, "Oh, hey, dog, like, I'll let you in." And he, like, let the dog in. It was crazy town.
But you have to have the lock combo. You have to have the Nest lock.
You have to have all of it. Of course you do. Nest devices not only communicate with each other, but with other smart devices in your home. The Nest Secure can use your smart light bulbs to help get your attention in the event of an emergency. So if your house is on fire, it can work with your smart washers and dryers and helps you save your laundry.
That's kind of cool.
Only $135.
That's not too shabby.
The other one, of course, is the Nest Thermostat. It's a learning thermostat now. Did you know that?
Yeah.
So it actually picks up on your behaviors and starts saving you energy, according to them, based on optimizing room temperatures for you, based on like how often you're there and when you're there and things like that. So I think that's pretty interesting. It's $180. And I had one other thing there. Read the display from across the room is a big point of theirs, and I would usually make fun of that, but now that the doctor told me I'm old and I need glasses, that actually makes sense. And see what
so I'm one of those, if it's not broke, if it's not broke, don't worry about fixing it. The Nest, you and I've talked about Nest before.
Yeah.
This one bothers me a little bit because when you're not there, turn it on. When you're there, turn it up. If you're hot, turn it on. If you're cold, turn it up. I mean, is it really that difficult? I don't know. So I do have one more for the house kind of thing. So this is the First Alert One Link Safe and Sound Smoke plus carbon monoxide detector. We got to keep everybody safe and sound.
Yeah.
So the cool thing is this thing hooks so it has a super high quality speaker and it has Alexa functionality built into it. So not only could you put this thing in your ceiling, and we keep on turning on my Alexa every time I say
I know.
You could put in your ceiling to be a smoke detector and carbon monoxide, but can also work as an Alexa. You could just be in your room, and it can play music. It can, answer questions for you and do all that sort of stuff. So I thought that one was pretty cool.
It is.
Anytime you can get a device that actually combines multiple things I like, that I'm good with. So
before we get into what everyone's been waiting for, the tech for ourselves this holiday season,
we're giving over the rant to James this episode.
I'm taking over Luke's rant. And you know why?
Oh, no.
It's because of kids' toys again. There's a toy out there. And if you haven't heard of this, you have to Google it. It's called Poopsie Slime Surprise Unicorn. This stupid plastic unicorn costs $50, and it poops out glittery slime.
Oh, this is from the Squatty Potty commercial. Remember the unicorn?
I don't know. I don't know if that's what it's from.
The ice cream?
Is that what it's from?
Squatty Potty had this
viral
video
yeah.
like 3-4 years ago, and I'm pretty sure that had to be what it's copied from.
Well, that's what it is, and it's the worst. It's $50. It poops out slime, and if that's not bad enough, because no parent wants slime up in their carpet,
they're the worst.
This thing, you have to go online and watch the video of how to do it. It's like, open up the back of it, put in the little container vessel, close the back, turn the snap on the back from like the poop to the eat side, take the spoon, dump exactly 25 milliliters of lukewarm water into its mouth,
so it makes
pull it back out, put in the special powder, put it in. Make sure to turn the spoon because that will make it better.
This really bothers you.
Oh, and it's literally at least a 25-step process for a child to make slime. Turn it back around. Snap it to the poop cycle. Put it on the toilet. Make sure you shake it for 2 minutes and then set it there.
So it's a slime maker.
Get him some Elmer's glue and some borax and whatever else and make your own slime.
Yeah.
And then you have to take another 12 steps to clean this stupid thing. It's $50. Wow. It's amazing. And we had one ordered for the niece who, I mean, she's too little to listen, so we can say that. And returned it. After seeing this video, it was like, nope, this isn't happening.
I am so glad my daughter, speaking of rant, is out of her slime phase. I mean, literally every Tupperware container in the house was destroyed or ruined.
I bet.
And it was so bad. It got in the carpet. And I'm so glad she's out of it.
So to summarize this, Poopsie Slime Surprise Unicorn, we do not want you as a sponsor.
No.
Unless you want to be a sponsor.
Yes. Unless you're going to give us money.
All right, so let's talk about some stuff that we want.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to start out with, this is the Tile Mate. So you know those little tiles? And don't make fun of me because I'm old. I know
I have it on the worst list.
Oh, it's not the worst
Go
list.
ahead.
Okay,
Continue.
so
I know what it is.
I have a pretty bad memory. It has nothing to do with my age. And I misplace, my keys and my glasses and my wallet all the time. And I know people that have these, and now they have much better batteries, and they last way longer, and you can have multiple tiles connected to your phone, so you can find all your different devices, and then you can use the tile. They have tiles that you can, if you lose your phone, you can press the tile, and it finds your phone. So I think these are amazing for the amount of aggravation. They're a little pricey, in my opinion, for this little white square.
$25.
But for the aggravation that I face every time I lose my wallet, my keys, now I wouldn't put one on my glasses, but for the things I could attach a towel to that I lose, which is a lot of stuff, I think it's definitely worth it.
I say it's the worst. Don't buy that gift for anyone. It's the worst.
Really?
Why? Because you can just not lose your keys like an adult. Or you know what? Get a garage, and then you can leave your keys in your car.
You
Done.
are so judgy.
Those things are so dumb.
You're judgy.
I am judgy. How about this one? I like
Shoot.
it. Fixed. F-I-X-D.
Wow.
Know exactly why your check engine light is on. You stick this thing in, and it tells you not only what's wrong with your vehicle in English, not like, you actually need to know something
Like
about
codes.
a car. Yeah, it was made by 3 Georgia Tech grads. Yeah, it's not like there's 3 blinking lights, so there's this. It actually tells you what's wrong, and then it also tells you just like how messed up your car is. So, is this really serious? Can this kind of be ignored? Like, can you put it off till your next oil change? I think this is really cool. $59, and it could tell you like, is it your starter? Is it your battery? Anything like that. Is it just low air pressure, which you should be able to figure out on your own.
So here's. I feel like this could be like the WebMD for cars. Like when you get sick, you go onto WebMD, and next thing you know, you're dying.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point.
Like, all I do when I get a check engine light, electrical tape, cover it up.
Yeah, you've seen my truck. It has like 5 lights on.
Check engine light is gone. It's still running, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay, my next one. This is the Oral-B Pro 7000 series electric rechargeable toothbrush.
Who wants a toothbrush? Look, you were terrible. You were so
Bluetooth.
old.
Okay, so first, I'm not old.
You
are.
You want a toothbrush and something so you can find your keys.
I have. I take dental hygiene very seriously, James.
Oh, okay.
So why Bluetooth, you ask, James?
I do ask that.
I'm glad you asked, because not only is this an electric toothbrush that's amazing. I used to have an Oral-B, but I want this for Christmas, Julie. But the Bluetooth actually monitors how long you're brushing, the location, like all the different things, and there's an app obviously that goes with it.
It shows you your mouth, like where you missed,
and it shows you like your brushing habits, or did you miss brushing at night yesterday, and you need to double up.
That would be good for a kid.
It'd be great for a kid.
Yeah, because they're terrible.
Yeah.
That's why they have to lose their teeth and get new ones.
They are terrible.
Yeah, terrible. Okay, I'm a little more sold on it.
I like that one. It's a little pricey for a toothbrush, but I love electric toothbrush. I've been off of one for about 2 years now, and every time I go to the dentist, I have some plaque, and it's just like, yeah, I think I need to go back to electric, because I never had issues with dentists when I had an electric toothbrush.
All right.
Julie.
That was good.
Get that for me.
Subtle. My next one is the Apple Pencil. One of my friends has this. We'll call him Kirby. He got something like this, and he really seems to love it. So it's great if you have any sort of touchscreen device to mark up documents, to draw. It's perfect for like industrial designer type people.
You know what it's perfect for?
Losing. Not if you have a tile that you slap on it, yeah. But if you do, if you're into doodling or like even sketching up products, I've seen a cool commercial where somebody uses their Microsoft Surface Book and another CAD product we won't mention for their design, but they use the pencil to like draw everything up. I think these things are really cool to make life a little bit easier. If you have big fat fingers like I do, you can't really draw. So I really like it. Plus it's not super expensive. It is expensive.
So my next one is the Nintendo Entertainment System. This is the NES Classic Edition.
Oh, I can get behind that.
Yeah, I can too. So our boss, Troy, gave us some Androids with a whole bunch of preloaded classic games on, and it worked.
Raspberry Pis.
Yeah, and mine worked for about 4 hours and never worked again. Thanks, Troy. It was a really cool idea. I'm sure it's just me.
Yours is just the only broken.
But this comes with like 30 pre-installed games, all of the good ones, and it looks like a mini NES. It has the controller of an NES, and so that was my OG game that I played. I mean, that was what started it for me. I had a little Atari before that, but I was all about Nintendo. So this would be a pretty good gift. Like if a friend that you do a podcast with was going to get you something, this would be a really good gift for that friend to get for you if you did a podcast together.
That seems like a really nice friend to do that.
Yeah.
It has Final Fantasy on it. Oh, and Mega Man. Yeah. Oh boy.
If it has, and it doesn't have the whole list. If it has Metroid.
I love Metroid. That was my first game ever, Metroid. And my dad said we weren't allowed to buy another video game until we beat it. Yeah. And then, like, forever, we never beat it.
Me and my brother, hours and hours a day on that. Yeah.
My last thing for us, the gift of internet, Luke. The TP-Link AC1750 Wi-Fi range extender.
I saw this.
It's the best Wi-Fi range extender, the wire cutter. And PC Mag says it's the Editor's Choice Award. So if you have a giant house and your things in the basement, you know, the rest of the house don't really get the internet, as some mother-in-laws should know. Their daughters complain about it constantly. I don't have a problem, so I don't know what their issue is. You can boost your Wi-Fi network for ultimate performance. It also has like little jiggies that you move around to like point it in different directions. It plugs into a socket, yeah. JD Power ranked it the highest in customer satisfaction for wireless routers as well, and just $65.
I thought JD Power just did like GM commercials.
They do, and then they drop this on. That's how good it is.
Okay. Can I do one last one?
Oh yeah, no, go ahead.
Okay, so
you can do 5 more.
No, this is my last one.
Okay, go ahead.
And it's Lego, and this is not a kid toy because there are Legos that are toys for kids, and then there's Legos that are for adults. So. I love the Lego Architecture series. I have a couple of them. They're awesome. But this one is amazing. So this is the Lego Star Wars Millennium Falcon 75192. Yes. This is the largest, most detailed Lego Star Wars Millennium Falcon ever created. In fact, it's the largest Lego model ever with 7,500 pieces.
Oh my goodness. Now, if you wanted to get someone you do a podcast with something, go ahead and do that.
Let's talk about the price before we do that. So this is $799.95.
That's so nuts.
Oh my goodness.
I think they're like out too. I think they're sold out.
So I saw one supposedly you could get at Walmart. There was one left in stock, and I'm sure they say that, and then as soon as you hit order, it says back order. We'll let you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would be, I mean, oh my goodness.
That's great, yeah.
I love Legos, especially like complicated ones.
Oh, yeah.
And this would be, you know.
It'd be up there.
Yeah, this would be probably one of my most favorite, because what this does, James, this brings families together.
That's what it does, and that's what we're all about.
Because what we do, we typically do puzzles, or we used to do puzzles over Christmas break, because we get off about a week in between Christmas and New Year's. We used to do puzzles to spend some time together and hang out. But now what we've done the past couple years is we've gotten Lego architecture kits, and we've done some of the architecture kits over
I've done
Christmas
those.
and
I have
New Year's.
those. I like
those. Are so much fun.
So I see you have Oculus on there. My buddy Clark, who loses his drone, also has one of those. They make me ill, but some people really like them.
So I had this on here, and here's the reason I had this on here. I was watching the Thanksgiving Day Parade, Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Shout out
here,
Macy's.
Yeah, Macy's. They'll be a sponsor someday. But they had a whole entire feed that was live with an Oculus. So you could sit there on your couch, throw an Oculus on, and you would be at the parade in VR experiencing the parade through all these. I guess they had a handful of different, cameras that were recording in VR or whatever special cameras they use. But I think that's kind of cool. And I also watched the Ready Player One movie not too long ago, which was kind of cool. I thought there's a ton of retro stuff in there that I loved back from whenever I was a kid. So between that movie and then this St. Patrick and this Thanksgiving Day Parade thing that I saw, I think if I didn't get sick, I think I might like them.
So I have 3 the worsts that I've added to the adult list.
We're going to wrap it up here?
Wrapping it up after this. First, the Eco Green Charcoal Bag magically uses charcoal to suck stink out of the air, unless it's where your cat has his litter box, and then it doesn't work because that room always stinks.
Okay, so
don't waste your money on that.
You can just buy a bag of charcoal and put it in a brown paper bag.
Yeah, well, that's what this basically is. Next is the Photo Stick. Automatically plug this sucker into your computer, press a button, do a little something, and all of your pictures suck onto the stick. This is called, give this to old people because they're the only one who needs this piece of trash.
Whenever my mom calls me.
If you don't want your mom calling, get that stupid thing. The last one for me, the Global Fresh Light and Air Freshener. Here's how they pitch it. If you have kids, or you're going to throw a party, or you just want the coolest toilet bowl on the block, you'll love the Glow Bowl. No more leaving on the light all night and wasting energy or blinding whoever enters. At parties, the motion-activated Glow Bowl with color lighting will be fun for friends to see. You can lock it in one of 7 colors or let it rotate. It's basically a light for your toilet, so it glows green or blue.
What do you do when you gotta clean it?
I don't know. It's so stupid. Who needs a glowing toilet?
Oh my goodness, that's horrible.
What a waste of my time even talking about that. Don't buy that. If you buy that, stop listening to us. Or show me a picture of it. That might work too.
Wow.
So hopefully we've done all the shopping for everyone out there.
Yeah.
If you want your kids to get into STEM, if you want your grown-up kids to, leave you alone so that you can enjoy your Christmas break or holiday break.
Hit a lot of different things, I think.
Yeah. You want to bring your house into the 21st century? Whatever century
it is, bring it into that.
Yeah. Or feed your dog some treats.
Or buy one of your podcasting friends a gift.
Absolutely. So I think until next time.
See ya.